My name's Joe. I'm 50 years old, live here in San Antonio, Texas. I'm an Air Force vet and certified scuba instructor. Love to hunt, get outdoors, and those are things that I haven't been able to do in years. In 2010, I crushed my lower spine. I had a bulging disc and actually got to see my spinal cord bulging out. I had a cage put in my lumbar region, and the doctors then told me, hey, as you get older, this is going to hurt later on in life, and it did. I did really well for several years, but in the last probably 5-6 years, it got chronic. It really started to hurt. Therapies, I did everything that the VA had told me to do. TENS unit, I've actually had extra surgeries to relieve pressure. Physical therapy, and I've got all kinds of gadgets at home to help with therapies and whatever. I've done shots, steroid shots, pain shots. They all last a little while, they're all good for a little while, but they never lasted. My pain really specific is this is my right sciatic, and that traveled down my right leg, my right groin, and some to my upper back, to the point that many a night I went home crying. By the time it was bedtime, I was crying. It hurt so bad. But again, it was super specific, that pain, those nerves, that region, the groin, the leg, right hip area. But again, I destroyed my right sciatic. When they did the surgery, they had a specialist come in to actually help realign or do something. So I did a lot of damage to it.
Okay.
With the chronic pain, as it progressed, I stopped walking. I stopped doing a whole lot of movements, became one with my chair, trying to find comfortable positions, legs in weird positions, just trying to relieve that pain. Didn't walk much anymore, couldn't do the things that I like to do. That's going hunting, fishing, getting out, doing yard work. I could barely walk a mile if I was lucky. The pain stopped me. It just stopped me. I could be walking in Walmart 30 minutes and I was done. I had to go back to the car and just sit because I was in so much pain. So once I contacted my insurance and I asked them about it, and having gone through you and all that, I was able to get the 7-day trial, and that was fine. But the 7-day trial is truly not like having the real device. Kind of a pain in the ass. It was bulky, and I don't think it's a real example of having the real device. It's a trial. It is something to go through, kind of a how-to with the machine itself, with the remote, and kind of a what to expect. But the trial was just kind of more of a pain in the ass. Implant, totally different. Oh my God. I know that you told me it was going to take this long to get better, and how it was right away from me. Within the first week, I could feel the difference. I wasn't in pain. My healing, in 2 weeks, I was healed up really well, and I couldn't feel the machine in my back, the little disc. And for anyone that's watching, it's probably as big as a $50 maybe, if that. So rolling around on my back and sleeping the way I do, I don't even know it's there. Actually, Reed, our guy from Boston Scientific, he's been wonderful, and it's no more complicated than using a TV remote. Turn up the volume, turn down the volume, which turns up the frequency as I need it. More pain, turn it up. Less pain, turn it down. And learning how to, well, after Reed showed me, I showed him where the specific pain was. He sets it up so that the nerves that are affected are used. I can use the remote control to help relieve those areas. So it's kind of a neat thing. At present, an example, I get to do my yard work, cut trees, mow the lawn, rake. I can be on my feet for hours at a time. I can walk several blocks. I have been on 3 hunting trips since my
Oh, wow.
yeah.
I don't think I knew that.
Yeah, didn't get anything, but 3 hunting trips, and I walked well over 10 miles per, just in the acreage that we had to cover and track. So my buddies were like, hey, can you do this? Can you do? Absolutely. Got on it. I was able to carry my backpack, my weapons, go through the trails without any issue. We rested when we needed to as a group. It wasn't anyone leaving me behind because I was hurting. I was able to keep up with the group.
Okay.
Try this. We're in a day and age that medications they're good and they work on a short term. Narcotics are things that we're getting away from, and there's only so many procedures that can be done to help. This thing in my back, this device is long term, and it has made a world of difference for me as an individual who's been suffering from chronic pain 10 years plus now. It's made a big difference in how and what I can do today.
I'm Dr. Luo. So Joe came to me about 2 years ago for likely a sciatica type of pain. So he had a history of lumbar fusion from L3 to L5. So post-fusion, he has this residual pain from the lower back that's going down to his right leg. So on imaging wise, he had a little bit of stenosis, which is some narrowing going back to the lower back. I was able to try to do some conservative treatment, although the injection didn't seem to help him very much. So the next step, we offered him the Boston Scientific Spinal Cord Stimulation trial, which he was able to do very well. It's funny because he was actually very hesitant initially because he was a diving instructor and he felt like he didn't want to give that up. So he decided to wait a little bit longer, which we did. And then at some point he felt like it came to a point where the pain was too much and he was no longer be able to be too active. So he decided to do the trial. He did very well with the trial, and after that we decided to do the implant. So he's very happy. So I'm very happy for him as well. I feel like this has able to give him a second life. He's able to do a lot more with his friends, with his family. He's able to be more active and more happy in his life.
What I'm really happy about there, Doc, is the fact that I can get my knees up over my chest for my kicks.
Oh,
Doing that.
with your martial arts.
Yeah, when I'm practicing, I can do all that. That used to hurt and pull.
Yeah.
You don't understand. I can do it. It doesn't hurt.
Good.
It doesn't hurt.
Okay, good.